places the world of opportunity in their hands. No matter where they are in the world, make sure they're prepared for their journey back to school with Western Union. School fees, books, room and board, whatever the reason. Knowledge, independence, opportunity. Western Union, moving money for better.
Went by the name Beats.
And we are up and running once again. Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the room. Welcome to the ladies' room for today. Final one for the week. It is March 30th, the final Thursday in the month of March. Yeah, getting ready to wrap that up tomorrow and be out of here. Anyways, hope everybody's doing good. Come on in, guys. I know y'all are caught up in the intercall spirit, but we gotta mind our business over here same way. Alright, so morning Jay, morning Shantae, how are you? Good morning Crystal, morning Leno. Empress Jacqueline didn't come in the room this morning yet. Wait, morning Sonia. Yeah, we're up and running again. Empress Jacqueline don't come inside the room this morning. Morning Rita, welcome. Well, Chi, Kizzy and Debbie, they'll look for them. Anyways, guys, it's so good to have you back. Final day. What is the what's the result? What's the current point standing, guys? Anybody knows what's the current point standing as of now? I know yesterday, going into at the end of the day yesterday, at the end of the day yesterday, the Grenada Boys Secondary School were leading by a couple points in the male division, and St. David's Catholic Secondary at the end of day 2 yesterday, they were leading. Seemed to be out front by a lot. They were leading at 238, followed by the Anglican High School and the St. Joseph's Convent, St. George's, and St. Andrew. St. George's, third place. The two convents, third and fourth. Imagine that. And the Grenada Boys Secondary School, they were leading at 225.50, followed by the St. Andrew's Anglican Secondary School with 223, and the Presentation Brothers College at 149. So, of course, since the games have started, I'm sure those points would have moved somewhat. So, anybody have the latest point standing, please and thank you. Would appreciate if you can share with us. So, morning, Giads. Good morning, Keisha. I am doing great. Y'all are bleeding blue and red and pink and green. I'm always red. So, Marian, good morning. Let's see who. Oh, Crystal, that was you. Y'all be putting different names on this social media. One name, and then y'all real name, and then some alias. It's crazy. Yeah. Anyways. Kizzy, whatever. Morning, Marcus. You might as well have stayed where you were, but just passing by to say good morning, Jennifer Duncan. How are you? But passing by to say is intercall. We're fully aware of what today is. Yeah? It's when all the secondary schools will converge at the National Stadium for the finals. All right? So, oh, Christelle is your second name. Whatever. I know she said she's just passing by. Anyways, let me make it short and sweet today so we can move on to what y'all are excited about. The current situation, bottom line, this morning, my Tampa crew, morning, Eddie in Florida. Yeah, my Tampa people there checking into the room. So, top of the morning to you guys. Happy Thursday. Happy final Thursday in March. Yeah, so over March. Got a lot happening, a lot coming up. So, just want it out of the way. So, let's jump into today's situation. We're not sticking because I want to do the same like y'all. Oh, that's in St. Okay, St. Vincent as well. Okay, yeah. St. Vincent also have the Inter-Schools Athletics Championship as well. Secondary schools. Oh, okay. Anyways, enjoy. So, Mr. Man says that he's nearly 50 years of age. Nearly 50 years of age and married for 11 years. Says they have 2 children. Love my wife a lot. However, the challenge I have is that we are too incompatible as a couple. We like different things in life. For an example, I am an outgoing person and loving people. She's reserved and very selective with people. I am an academic and she doesn't like books. There's a lot I could mention where we are too much of different people and we can't seem to find a common ground. I find myself having to compromise a lot to accommodate her lifestyle. Bottom line, I am not happy in this relationship. I think she's in love with the idea of having a husband, kids, and a house, and that's it for her. I am in a relationship where I've tried everything but still feel lonely and not happy. Is that what marriage is supposed to be? By the way, she knows how I feel, but 11 years later, there's still no change. Thank you for your platform and your consideration. Boss, you're nearly 50. Married for 11 years. 2 children later. And you just realize you and your wife not compatible? So prior to being married, all these signs weren't there? That you're an academic and she didn't like books? That you're outgoing and she's not? All of that was not there? I'm trying to make sense out of this. How do you see all these things and still get married for 11 years, almost 50, and then it hits you that you're not compatible with this person you're with? Like, y'all didn't date before? You didn't realize that before you went on to propose? Or is it a case of, okay, I know it, but maybe the person will change after we get married? Now tell me this. Before I have a ring on my finger, I ain't changing zilch, nada, nothing. What makes you think after I get married, I have a ring on finger, I'm Mrs. So-and-so, according to my friend Mrs. Kanaji? What make you think I'm gonna change to accommodate you when I didn't before getting married to you? Another case of seeing Kakapool and thinking it's egg. You knew, so 11 years later, 2 children, you just realizing that you're not compatible with this person. Listen, at the end of the day, right? People talk a lot about not being compatible. But imagine being in a relationship where you and the person like the same things, did the same things, have the same ways. It just reeks of being monotonous and boring. There's no excitement. Like, we both like this. To me, there must be some measure of things that I did not like that you like. But what makes the difference is your willingness to adapt, your willingness to accommodate, your willingness to change, your willingness to compromise. That is what makes the difference to me. At least that is what I think. I don't want to be with somebody that we're the same, we think the same, we like the same. For some things, yes. Because, we must have that glue, right? That compatibility glue. But it must not be across the board. There must be some things we differ on, that we can banter back and forth on, that we can, have nice, engaging conversations about. If we like the same thing, okay, we both agree. Oh, I like gray. Yeah, I like gray too. Okay, and now you like gray and I like white. So why do you like gray? Why do you like white? And we have a conversation on it. But if you say you like gray and I like gray, it's like, all right, cool. To me, the problem is being able to compromise. Not if, okay, I'm stuck in my ways, you're stuck in your ways, I like what I like, you like what you like, and I'm not making any change to like what you like, or even make a, effort. For example, like he says, he's outgoing. You may not be the outgoing type every day, but you'll accompany him sometime because that's what he likes, right? And vice versa. You're more reserved, so sometimes, you know what, I'll sit this one out, I'll chill with wifey this weekend. It is compromise, and I think that is the hammer that beats a lot of relationships on the head, that we are unwilling to compromise. I like what I like, you like what you like, and that's it. It's almost selfish to a certain extent, but if you want to be that way, then you have no business being in a relationship. You should be by yourself. You should not be engaged in a relationship where you're stuck in your ways and you have no intention of changing anything about you to make the other person happy or to contribute to their happiness. Then you might as well remain single. So then you're not pressured. You don't have to do that. You can just do you and I do me, and we just do each other. But how do you, after 11 years, wake up and realize you're not compatible with this person? Like, 7 says midlife crisis. He got married for the GPP. I don't know. Go back to what made her interesting and motivated you to marry her. Introspect. My sentiment. How do you just get up and 11 years after the fact, realize you're not compatible with this person? Someone says, lame excuse. The man just want to ride out, so he's finding an excuse after 11 years. 2 children. He just realized they're not compatible. I think the thing is, again, like I said, he probably realized that before. But we go into relationship with the notion that that the person will change and not see a red flag for what it is. And I keep telling y'all, we see the red flags, but we pretend we don't. Big ones, small ones, middle size, and we pretend we don't. It could be slapping us in our face, but we pretend we don't. It is right there. And a lot of the times we think that, okay, if we get married, things will change. And not realizing if it's not changing before and the person isn't making any effort, then nothing is going to change. Change isn't something you force on somebody. It has to be a willingness. It has to be something they want to do. And that way, it will last. It wouldn't be just fleeting in the moment. I change for now and then I'm back to because I just did it for you. I didn't do it because I genuinely wanted to. I just did it because it makes you happy. But after a while, I'm getting tired of making you happy. So I'm just going to revert to my ways and, deal with it. How do you wake up after 11 years and you finally dawned on you that this person is not going to change anything about themselves? Kieran says, Aruna, the man tired of the marriage and he's looking for us to tell him to leave. Excuse me, looking for. So that is, I think he knew. The man said the woman knows how he feels. After 11 years, she has not changed. So he went in knowing. She knows all of this. So the problem here isn't her, it's you. You are the one who thought maybe she would change somewhere in the grand scheme of things. Because he says, by the way, she knows how I feel. But 11 years later, there's still no change. Listen. Counseling, premarital, during whatever. If there are things you are seeing in a person you're not comfortable with, you're not happy with, why go ahead with the thought or notion that that person might change somewhere along? That is a huge risk. That's like a gamble. Like taking a chance on the lotto and hope that you win. Giving your whole salary to buy lottery tickets with the hope that, hey, the more you invest, the better your chances. That is a gamble, especially when the person, they're aware of how you feel about certain things. You've had conversations with them about certain things, and they're making no effort whatsoever to change. That is like setting yourself up bigly, like knowing what the outcome would be, but hoping it wouldn't be that. Why do we do that to ourselves? At the end of the day, you deserve to be happy. So if that's how you feel, then start with you, because you'd be internally happy and content before joining another. You have to be. I mean, if those things were important to you, you should have matched on it and not just get married because you're in love with the idea of having a wife. Yeah? Morning. Good morning. Hello? You hearing me?
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
Okay, great. I'm hearing you now. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like gentleman find what he's looking for, and he's just looking for way out of his marriage now. He finds somebody who giving him all what he wants at this present point in time, and he looking to rule. Because if you're coping for 11 years, we're running and go now.
You're only not go to wherever it is that making him feel sweet now.
Exactly, because that means now you found what you're looking for. So you're complaining now. I didn't complain in the beginning.
Went ahead with a whole marriage 11 years later.
You understand? And then now you start to complain. Pressure in the place. You understand? You need help.
A lot.
He's on your own. Right out now. Leave him on your own. Leave him on your own.
Later. No, but I think it's also a case of him thinking this person could change. We get married because not only women feel that way. I think if he went in thinking, you know what, maybe I could, at some point she's going to change and she's going to come around to my way of thinking. I think, and after how many years he realized that's not going to happen. So he's had it. That, as well as there being somebody else in the picture, could be the case. But it could also be he's tired mentally of being in a relationship where the person isn't willing to accept or willing to bend or willing to change or just, you know, to be more, to compromise more. Probably just get up and, you know what, probably he was just jamming, there's children, or we're married, so we don't want to get divorced so soon, and yada yada, what the marriage and parish will say, so let me jam still, and hopefully it works out. I guess it's probably sometimes the water keep rising up, and now it's like under his nose, so he's like, I'm not about to drown, so let me put this out there. That could be the case, as well as maybe there's somebody else in the picture. But it doesn't necessarily have to be another person. It could just be him being tired of the situation as it is, and her not compromising, her not being flexible, her not willing to change, even though she knows how he feels about certain things. He feels like he's the only one. Like he says, they're so different to the point they can't seem to find a common ground. And he's the one doing most of the compromising to accommodate her. But she's not doing anything to accommodate him. That could lead somebody to look at the door and be like, maybe it's time for me to walk through that door, and not necessarily be about somebody else. Because probably, you know, when you get to a certain age, you really sit down sometimes and you have conversation with yourself and you be like, is this how I really want to live the rest of my life? Like being in this situation, being with this person. I've done it for 11 years. Do I want to do another 11 more? Sometimes it's just about you and not necessarily anybody else or anything else, but just you feeling unhappy because you feel like you're putting in so much and you're not getting quarter of what you're putting back. What you that you put it in, you're not getting it back. And I'm kind of leaning towards that more than there's somebody else. Because, I mean, there's somebody else, you just move along with somebody else, you play hide and seek for a while, and then it's out in the open, and then you probably bounce. I'm just sensing that he's had enough of doing all the lifting, all the heavy lifting, and all she's doing is just accepting and not helping him lift. So it's like the whole weight of the relationship is on him. That is what I'm getting. I'm not getting there's other woman too much. At 50, why y'all talking like 50 is a death sentence? Like 50 is like so old. Listen, y'all ain't seen Hello, there are some 50-year-old men and women out here. Oh, they're not one foot in the grave. There are some 50-year-olds, almost 50-year-olds, that looks better than 30 and 20-year-olds. They take care of themselves. They eat right, they exercise, they take care of themselves. So don't be like 50 is old. 50 is like the new 40. And 40 is like the new 30. Y'all need to go on TikTok and those places and look at these men that are in their 50s. Listen, suits, well tailored, physique, well groomed. And not every 50-year-old that doesn't have a foot in the grave and they old and they have their teeth in a cup on the side of the bed. No, there are people who actually take good care of themselves. So don't make it look as if the man 50 years and he walking with stick already and he can't do nothing and he back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Man didn't have one foot in the grave yet. He still have some life to him. Look at the one yesterday, 29-year-old, and the lady's 40. And he can maintain himself, can maintain John. 29 years old. So don't be on it. Morning, Maria. Terrence said we tried eating cornfish. You want fresh fish now? Yes, Dre. Got you looking for a little credit on your back. No, for real. Hey, Ellen, how are you? There's some good looking 50 plus, 60 plus. So don't be talking about age as if that is a determining factor. You're as young as you feel. And whatever age you are, if you're unhappy in a situation, then you're unhappy. Shouldn't be stuck in a situation, because I'm old, because I'm 50, so that means I'm ready to dead. No, you're ready to live until you die. What is this person saying here? Yeah, y'all always with this old, nobody's gonna make me feel old. I'll let you know when I'm ready to be called old. We're not going out like that. Sorry. That was before, not now. Someone says maybe he went into the marriage knowing they are not compatible because there was some incentive. It's either mission accomplished or things not working or the way he expected to be. Then again, if he went in thinking she would have changed, all he did was setting himself up. Now he's worn out and tired. And that is my exact sentiment. I think that he went in knowing all of that, but he thought at some point she would change and she would adapt and she would compromise. And what he has grown to realize that nothing of the sort is taking place. He is the one doing all the lifting, all the compromising to accommodate her, and he's getting little or nothing in return. So that is what he's tired of and ready to call it. That could be, listen, imagine you're in a relationship where you have to do everything. That is mentally taxing and draining. And it's like you're putting in 100 and your partner is barely giving you a 5%. Everything is on you. All the planning, every single decision, everything is on you. It's tiring. Petra says, I think lots of people get into marriage and not think about 10 years or more down the line. I think he knew from day one, so why now 11 years? The why now to me, he's tired now. And the expectation. Bruce Jenner, typical example. Bruce Jenner was living his life married to, what's her name? What's the lady name, Chris? What's her name? The Kardashian lady? And the man and the lady divorced. The next thing, the man turned woman. Living in his truth, donkey years after the fact. Married and had children. And years after the man decided he didn't want to be no man no more. Started wearing dress. Trisha says that man spending too much time on social media that causing that. Why are you also not sympathetic to men when they're expressing themselves like that? How is it that I bet if it was the roles were reversed and it was a woman having that issue, y'all be calling that man on all kinds of names. And maybe, yes, sis, we got you. But why is it when it comes to men? How come we are not so accommodating and so understanding? Y'all do realize that men have emotions and feelings and all of that too, right? We may be more vocal when it comes to those things, but because they're not speaking and they're trying to now, you don't encourage them to speak up at all. Because if somebody's saying, hey, I'm tired of carrying a relationship and I don't think that it's, working, Patricia, his reasons are shallow. I wouldn't say that. Too many times we dismiss their feelings, but I'm sure if a woman was to come and say that, we would not say her feeling is shallow or reasoning is shallow. I just think sometimes that, the same stick that beats the black dog should beat the white one. We shouldn't have two different sticks, one for black and one for white. Let's just see the person as a human and not like the sex, or male or female, or as a human having human moments. How about that?
Arena, there is nothing more life draining, more stressful than having a partner who acts like a wheelbarrow. You have to plan where you're going, what you're eating, what you're doing, how you're sleeping, when you're having intercourse. You have to plan everything, and all you're just saying is yes, okay, yes, okay. Maybe she's that type of person, and he had enough. The man fed up. Listen to me. Some women just feel that once they're married, that is it. That's all they're living for. Okay, I'm married now. So you stop go out, you stop lying, you stop dress sexy, you stop makeup, you stop do your hair because I's wife now. Baby girl, you're getting hand from your eyelash to your pinky toe because that is not what we want. Joke all you're making.
It's like you getting hand from your eyelash. I swear there's never a day I come here and I don't laugh, no matter what my mood is. I swear. Oh my gosh. Getting on from she eyelash down to she pinky toe. Simon says religion and beliefs can be a major factor with the wife, and she's not willing to compromise even if he accepted her that way. I think that man has reached his limits after trying all these years. That's how I feel too. Normally I come here and I'll be like running up their chest and running down their back, but today I really can't, because you also have to think about it sometime. You're in a relationship and you feel like you're the one, everything is on you. All the responsibilities on you. Every decision is on you. And you look at the person and they're not lifting, like they're not carrying their weight. It's like, okay, so why am I here with a partner? That is the whole point of having a partner. You split and share responsibilities. One person shouldn't be burdened to the point where they're stressed and the other person is just doing all the taking and this one person is doing all the giving. It doesn't work. At the end of the day, I think that is what happened. You thought that getting married would change. She would change some of her practices or ways and be more accommodating and more and compromise some more. But you realize that, hey, somebody say 11 years is a long time. I agree, but maybe there might be mitigating factors that contributed to you not saying anything, like children. Maybe the children are probably older and you didn't want to rock the boat when they're so young and upset their little lives and what have you. But now they're probably older and you're thinking of yourself now because, married, children come first. You want to make sure they're okay. And he probably put his feelings on ice. But now it's starting to thaw out and he just can't deal with it anymore. And like I said, it's unfair to just make it seem as women. That is why I hate that saying about happy wife, happy life. I hate it. How about happy spouse, happy house? We both deserve to be happy. And because that saying makes it seem as though a man has to bend his back and accommodate his woman or his wife and she doesn't have to do anything. He has to take care of her and he also has to take care of himself. I absolutely detest that saying about happy wife, happy life. Wife didn't get married to herself. She got married to somebody else. So what about his feelings? So it should be happy spouse, happy house. We're both supposed to be happy. I do my part, you do your part. Not you doing all the taking, and I guess that is how he's feeling. You have to match your core values. Everything else is icing. Two outgoing people? Nah. One should balance the other out. You like to read books? She doesn't. She was this way before you chose to wed your wife. Then for 11 years, you made compromising decisions to keep peace in the home. Seems to me there was a breakdown in understanding what each other wants from a communication standpoint. You got a hard decision to make, and maybe you should get a third-party advice, a therapist, counselor, to assist or mediate you guys on what you want in your marriage. Maybe coming from somebody else, you probably will take it seriously. So I'm not sure if you still want to fight for your marriage or you're just ready to call it a day. But if you still want to, I suggest you do get professional counseling and therapy too, because sometimes you tell the person you're with something and they don't take you seriously, but somebody else tell them the same thing you're saying, and then if suddenly the lights go off, oh, I get it. So maybe somebody else breaking it down for her could probably help make some changes. You've tried everything. I'm not sure if you've tried marriage counseling. Yeah. Someone says, sounds like someone caught your eye and interest, because after being married all these years, you just realize you're unhappy. Okay, y'all don't share the same interests. That shouldn't stop you from doing the things you love. If you have your good woman, doesn't nag, always want her hand out, takes care of her home, herself, loyal and supportive, you might want to be a little bit more appreciative of all the other things that made you marry her. Now, if she's none of the above and a total thorn in your side, leave. Just remember the grass ain't always greener on the other side. So, sometimes it hits you like... Sometimes it really hits you. Reality like sucker punch you. Is that a case of like you know it, but sometimes you just bury it, and every time the thought flares up, you bury it again, and you get busy, you get involved in life and family, but subconsciously it's there. And there comes a point when it really hits you that I'm really not happy in this relationship. It could be 5 years later, 10, 20, 30, 40, it dawns on you, you're not happy. It's not always about somebody else. It's sometimes about regaining self, getting in touch with yourself. And you know, one of the issues, the thing that stands out for me the most in everything you said, the part where you said, I find myself having to compromise a lot to accommodate her lifestyle. That is the issue. Compromise is a good thing unless you are the only one doing it. So, if this is your true feeling, then you have two choices. Marriage counseling, if you both aren't getting your needs met, then it's time to go your way rejoicing. Someone says that is not how a marriage is supposed to feel. That's what happens when you settle for less and then expect the partner to change. You probably shouldn't have dated seriously in the first place. So you either deal with the cards you have now or quit the game. It's a good way to put it. Another person says, another confirmation of a guy compromising too much and staying in a relationship knowing he isn't happy. You never marry someone that's you're not compatible with and hoping to change someone. It will not happen. Love yourself, walk away, put you first. Do you want to do another 11 years just because? If it's a case you have expressed how you feel to her and nothing has changed on her end, then you know what to do. See if I can take two more. This person says sometimes people grow apart. I'm assuming that there were more togetherness in the beginning. Unfortunately, long-term relationships require getting to know our mates over and over again and falling in and out of love at times. Also, there are times when all compromises and tries are not accomplishing happiness. It might be time to separate. Good luck to you. Another person says, Sir, I read everything what you wrote, and sometimes I can read what people do not write. Differences like that do not matter, but it would be nice if people share similar interests, especially as you grow older. If you decide to stay, compromise is key. If she's a good homemaker but not into books, it means that she's filling the void that you lack. If you flip the script, you may see that you lack the things she's interested in. Now, to the core of what you didn't write, you found is interested in someone who shares similar interests and your tone in making your decision. So you wrote all the things that your wife is not. You already made your decision, so leave. But before you do, it seems you're making good money as an academic. So be generous with your children's support. Your new partner will support you because she's an academic and making good money too. There, I said it. everything you didn't say. Oh my gosh. Someone says being unhappy is a valid reason for divorce. However, have you made a decision to be unhappy? Can you turn it around? 11 years is tremendous investment to just throw in the towel. I'm just saying, know you have done your best. Know you have done your best before a final decision. And that makes sense to me. Yeah, so on that note, I'm about to write out. So his complaint is that he's still married to the person he married. Oh my gosh. Again, people, don't just get married for getting married's sake. Don't ignore the red flags. Don't ignore the things you don't like about a person and hope that it will change after you get married. It does not. A lot of the time, more times than not, does not change. Be sure you're fully confident and comfortable with the person you choose to be your life partner before you make that step. A lot of us made that mistake. Hope that will change or the person will change. Don't work that way. Nobody changes because or for you. People change because they want to change. That's how a genuine change comes about. You want to change for yourself. Many times you decide to change for a person, it doesn't last. Because sooner or later you're going to get tired of jumping through hoops. And then you're back to same old routine. Anyways, I will see you guys tomorrow. No, on Monday, God's will. We'll be back in the room. All right, so until then, have a great Thursday. May the best school win. Go out there and cheer on your schools. Go out there and support your schools. And may the best school win. Yeah? Have a good Thursday, everybody. Thank you so much to our friends at Western Union for powering us up. I'll see you guys on Monday. Later.